2019 Chevrolet Blazer R's first test, the Camaro of crossovers. I have to imagine it wasn't supposed to be this way. There have been rumbling, rather than build a faithful recreation of its classic off-roader to go up against the Wranglers of the world, the modern-day 2019 Blazer instead aims to democratize the performance crossover, a segment that's mostly been dominated by German luxury brand Subi, turning up the heat on vehicles like the Edge. At first glance, things don't exactly look promising for the Blazer. Ignoring the racy, it's quite apparent from the get-go that the Blazer oozes personality at the exhaust note alone is more pony car than people mover, and the Chevy has the performance to cash the checks its body is writing. The Blazer's V-test numbers bear that out, too. Our Blazer AW, looking beyond the performance, the Blazer is a pretty compelling package so long as you don't look too closely at the Blazer's material quality. The Camaro inspired prices for the 2019 Blazer start at $29,995 for the base 4-cylinder front-wheel drive model, but a Blazer R's like our tester will cost you a fair bit more than that. V6 powered, the Blazer name may be a distraction, but it's ultimately attached to a surprisingly compelling crossover. It's doubtful that the follow MSN Autos on end.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.